Greetings friends, I'm back here today with another ever so popular what I eat in a day video because I've only done one so far and the other one I did, I was still a vegetarian and now I'm a vegan. Wow, crazy. It's weird to call myself that. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Definitely might have trace ingredients and weird things I'm not familiar with yet. Not perfect, but I've started calling myself a vegan because it keeps me more accountable and it was a big step. So anyway, blah 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 blah. Y'all hate long intros, so I'm gonna get on with it. But I will say this is weird because I usually know what I'm eating within a day. I'm a huge meal prep person. But since I am still recovering from surgery, I haven't been meal prepping because I'm just kind of going with the flow, eating random things, cooking more. I love cooking, so I just like being creative with my food and kind of just experimenting each day with what I'm eating. That being said, I'm not in a routine of knowing what I'm comfortable eating or what's working for me with this new low level of activity I'm doing right now. So yeah, I'm figuring out that I actually cannot handle eating as much as I usually do. I will eat what feels like a normal meal and then it'll just sit in my stomach like I just swallowed a brick and it'll feel like that for hours. Ugh. So I've had to start eating less just because my body just does not want that much food. So just don't really take the quantity of food I'm eating today too seriously because I don't really know what I'm doing. And I'll get back to more normal activity pretty soon. I don't think my recovery time is going to be too long. So anyway, that was a whole bunch of blah blah, just trying to tell you that I'm just going with the flow today and I think it'll be fun to just show you in a super unstructured way what I'm going to be eating. So I'll start with clips from breakfast, and right now I'm about to film what I'm going to make for lunch and I don't even know what I'm eating, so we'll all see together. See ya! Okay, so I'm gonna try this from a couple different angles. Because of the lighting and stuff, this probably looks super low quality, but bear with me. I've decided I'm gonna have a potato power bowl, I guess I'll call it, nutrition bowl, whatever you want to call it. I'm just making a bowl of random plant foods, and let's see what I put in it. So I'm starting with 2 small potatoes. This is probably 12 grams, something like that. Yeah, and I'm just gonna microwave these. People hate microwaving, but whatever. It just is what it is. I don't have time, or I don't want to spend money on that utility bill if I just use my oven every day. So I'm going to microwave these for 4 minutes and they'll be baked. First wash them. Okay, all washed. Now I'm gonna poke some holes in them. Woot. Alright, this is going to be a big bowl, so I'm getting out my big bowl here. I'm definitely going to cut up some avocado to put in there, probably half of one of these little avocados. I don't know if size is translating at all on camera, but I'm just going with it. Ooh, this is gonna look a lot more gourmet than I intended it to, so how exciting. I love that. Okay. Can you hear my potatoes like making a lot of noise in the microwave? Interesting. I'm going to add a huge handful of spinach to the bottom of this bowl. Don't worry, I'll do like an aerial shot of my bowl at the end of this. Yay! Okay, 2 minutes is over on the potatoes, so I'm gonna flip them over. You don't have to wrap them or anything, so no throwing away plastic with these potatoes. So I have these, this is cooked zucchini, yellow and normal green zucchini with some sauteed onions and garlic. I'm just gonna heat this up with some black beans I made from scratch. And I also have some just canned chopped or diced tomatoes. So I'm just gonna mix these things together in reasonable quantities and microwave it. So I probably put in close to like a half cup cooked beans, put in some of these tomatoes. All right, just cut these in half to let them release some heat a little bit. I'll peel the skin off and then cut them into little pieces. All right, cut them into pieces like this, just on top of a lid. Very high quality operation over here. I wish I were cool enough. Well, I don't know. I don't want to count this out, but maybe one day I will make a really artsy, well-edited what I eat in a day video. Not today. This is actually going to be a really big lunch, but that's okay because I usually like to eat a big lunch, especially like when I can manage, not when I'm rehearsing and I have a 30-minute lunch break, but I like to eat a hearty lunch and then, well, a small breakfast, good sized lunch, medium-sized dinner. That's just how I like it. And I'm not a snacky person. I don't like snacking. Makes me feel weird. Ooh, this is a nice one for once. I always get like really hideous avocados. I should have really adjusted my camera a long time ago because I'm just slouching in my kitchen. But it's funny. I know that like I think America's dumbest problem is food waste. And it's atrocious how much produce and just perfectly good food is thrown away. And so what I do, just to contribute a little bit less to this issue, is that I will intentionally pick up produce that is still perfectly fine, but it's not as beautiful looking or pristine or perfect. Like maybe the apple is misshapen or the banana has like one tiny bruise on it. And I will buy that because I know it probably wouldn't be bought otherwise. Therefore, it would be thrown away. So that's just one little thing I do. It's not going to change the world, but whatever you can do to help, right? Oh, and this is exciting. I've got some fresh corn kernels in my fridge. I meant to cook them, but actually fresh corn is quite delicious and it's going to add a nice, cool, crunchy element to the salad bowl, whatever. It's not, it is a pretty hearty salad. I don't even know if I want to call it that. My masterpiece. And for a sauce element, I'm going to squeeze a lime in there. Okay, so here's my lunch. It's huge, and after my whole, I can't handle that much food speech. This is probably ridiculous, but I'm not going to be able to eat dinner until way later, so even if I feel too full, I'm just going to deal with it so I don't get hungry until I get home from teaching later. So anyway, I'm going to top this with some nutritional yeast, probably some pepper and turmeric powder to help with my inflammation from, you know, swelling and, you know, getting surgery. And maybe some Tony's Cajun seasoning because that stuff is just, it's just good on anything. So anyway, I'm gonna top this with those seasonings and I'll give you a little money shot of the final result. Yum.
I have some figs that we bought at the local food market here called Neighbor Goods Market in Woodstock.
Okay, ate the whole thing. I'm very full, as you can imagine. But since I'm probably not going to be able to eat for like almost 7 more hours until dinner. And this seems weird. It's like, not that I prevent myself from snacking. I just honestly, I'm not a snacking type person. I don't really enjoy the feeling of never getting hungry or full, just always like kind of staying satisfied. I'd rather get full and then hungry again and then full. I don't know. That just satisfies me. That's just how I like to eat. To each his own, you know? That being said, I'm gonna be full for a little while because that was a high volume of food, but not all of it was calorie dense. Like the only calorie dense things in there were kind of like the avocado. There weren't, that was the only overt fat in there. So that and the beans and the potatoes, that was like the main sustenance, and the rest were just little add-ins for extra micronutrients. But yeah, that definitely gave me a big nutritional boost for the day. And the turmeric and wonderful anti-inflammatory ingredients in there are definitely helping me reduce the inflammation in my knee. So I love it. Totally recommend this way of eating for those of you who are recovering or looking to reduce their inflammation. Would recommend. Okay, I am currently rolling out of the studio. Sorry to my British viewers, I think that's like a really offensive thing I just did. I was trying to do the peace sign. Anyway, sorry for that false start. Okay, so I tried vlogging this little segment earlier and the AC in my car was completely disrupting the sound quality, so here we go again. I just got finished teaching, and before that I actually was able to do a full hour of actually it was more than an hour of a Pilates reformer class, and I basically did everything, and it was just really amazing because I'm 10 days out of surgery and I didn't expect my progress to be that fast, so I'm super thankful. That being said, I was doing all of it pain-free, so yay, that's awesome. At the end, I got a little excited. I pushed a little too hard. I just did some knee extensions without any sort of support. It was just too much. So I got some like really sharp pains. Thankfully, my physical therapist has already reassured me that that's just a part of the healing process. And I just want to encourage you guys that are rehabbing from injuries right now that you're probably going to get excited. You're probably going to push yourself too far. Don't be too afraid of little pains like that. It seems scary. Your brain wants to freak out like, oh no, am I re-injuring myself? What you're doing is you're learning your own boundaries, because injuries are not so cut and dry. You can't always have someone tell you what to expect and what you should be doing. A lot of it is guesswork and working by yourself and figuring out what your limitations are and your successes and your progress. And so pains like that are going to happen, and just try not to freak out about it, and just take that as a lesson for the next time you try to work out again or push yourself in some way. Yeah, so just remember that. It's not all bad. A big part of recovering from an injury is the mental side of it. You've got to start learning to distinguish good and bad pain again, or I'd say productive pain and unproductive pain, which is really, really hard when all your brain knows is like how to freak out because it's all bad pain to you. It's not. So just remember that you're gonna have to make a lot of mental progress, and again, like I keep saying each time I talk about injuries, not everyone's progress is going to be linear, so you're not going to be pain-free. It's just not a reasonable expectation in rehabilitation. So just keep the faith, be encouraged, it's all okay. That being said, I'm super thankful I was able to do as much as I did today, and today was actually the first day I was able to go up and downstairs normally without just doing one step at a time, so praise the Lord. I'm so thankful. So yeah, and now Mama's kind of hungry because it's been a while since I had lunch. Oh, and I got to watch rehearsal today. That was so great to be back with the homies. I miss being a part of the group. My other piece of advice is when you are going through a rehabilitation process and recovering from an injury, do something that makes you feel a part of a group again. Even if it's not at the studio, like go to a group yoga class or something like that if you're able, or just hang out with a group of friends. You know, try to feel a part of something. That's gonna really help your mind, and just it's gonna feel nice. And do something every day that is not so focused on your injury. Just feel like a real person again. Do something that has nothing to do with how your physical state of being is at that moment, and it's just going to really help you to feel normal and not so sad, because injury recovery is not always happy. So actually it's just not really a happy thing. So take the positives out of it and you'll be great. I believe in each one of you. So I'm going home now, and I'm still not out of my smoothie bowl obsession phase. So I'm having that for dinner tonight. You'd be amazed the weird stuff I can put in those things, and it's still, sorry, one of the feral cats, 2 of the feral cats are out at my apartment. I saw one of them near the dumpster eating a slice of pizza last week. And it was a tiny little kitten trying to eat a huge slice of pizza. It was the cutest and kind of saddest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, not the saddest, but yeah, know what I'm saying. Okay, anyway, so smoothie bowls. Yes, last night I tried that thing where you put a steamed but frozen sweet potato, like chunks of steamed frozen sweet potato in a smoothie, and I put spinach and cauliflower and protein powder, like chocolate protein powder, cacao powder, some silicon tofu. This sounds so weird, you guys. And some cinnamon. It was so good, and it tasted sweet and chocolatey and delicious, yet it was like a somewhat balanced, delicious, healthy meal, very filling, and I top it with my usual fun topping stuff that you'll see in a minute here. So anyway, I'm kind of rushed because I'm also tutoring online this evening. It's so cool that I get to work for an hour from home, still making that money. Anyway, so I've got to rush in and make myself dinner now and eat it and Skype my client, and anyway, I'll see you guys soon. You'll see my disembodied hands probably making a smoothie bowl. Peace. Alright, you're currently getting a lovely view of not just my food processor, but all this other stuff. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's get on with it. All the frozen goods. Alright, let's go. So much produce. Yeah. Eat the rainbow, not Skittles. Oh, I opened it the wrong way. Okay, beginning with more spinach, more greens, more greens. I personally cannot get enough greens. I didn't want to say too much greens never hurt anybody, because I'm sure there's some story on the internet of someone dying from eating too many greens. So I personally have never had too many greens, so I'm gonna keep trying to hit my limit. This is also very weird, but silken tofu in smoothie bowls is the bomb.com. It adds a wonderful texture, more protein. It just makes it more of a meal. It's like wholesome deliciousness. Please try it. It's quite revolutionary. And if you don't want to use bananas in your smoothie bowl, you could get the sweetness from other fruits, but the creaminess from tofu, if you just want that as an idea. Now, of course, I'm doing a banana as well, because bananas are life. I have at least 2 every day. Actually, almost at most 2.5. Okay, I had frozen cauliflower. I'm just defrosting a little bit because it's hard to break apart. I'm gonna add some of this mass of pineapple that I chopped up. It was on sale. So what I like to do is I get a pineapple on sale and I'll use it in my smoothie bowls. I'm just really going for antioxidant, anti-inflammatory power right now, so blueberries are going to be a part of this equation. Alright, that's, wow. If I can get it out. Oh my. Yeah, Alice, I hear you. Alright, I'm also going to put a couple strawberries. There's my cauliflower talking to me. Some of you people are probably horrified that I use the microwave twice a day. I say, whatever works. It's better than eating junk food. At least I'm not microwaving Hot Pockets, right? Some people think it kind of messes with the nutrients of the food. I say that just comes with overcooking your food, and I'm not overcooking it in the microwave, but then again, I'm not a scientist, so I'm going to leave that discussion to somebody else. I feel like a Lauren Toyota wannabe right now, like Hot for Food, just being really casual with the camera, doing this in real time, no recipe. Gosh, she's cool. I want to be like her. Alright. Wow, I'm choking. Just breaking up some cauliflower, putting that in there for added veggies. Because I like to do a mix of fruits and vegetables in my smoothie bowls. Alright, so I'm adding this vanilla protein powder from Sprouts. It's comparable to the Vega brand that I really like, but this was on sale, so hey. Yeah, protein powders are expensive, so when I can get it on sale, I do. You know what I'm saying? The cool thing is this also has some hidden servings of vegetables in it, so that's really neat, and it is a complete source of protein. Alright, this is cool. This is fun. I much prefer this method to voiceover. It just feels more interactive, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm adding about a teaspoon, teaspoon of acai powder. Again, antioxidant rich foods. Someone made a really interesting comment on my last What I Eat in a Day about the myth of superfoods, and I think that is such a valid, intriguing idea. Maca powder, by the way, another teaspoon. That we don't need to be so fixated on always eating superfoods, not that they are bad. Of course, I love them, just also for the way they taste and for added anti-inflammatory power. Oh, no, let's switch that. But the important thing to know is that nearly all plant foods, or I'd say all plant foods, are a valuable part of a balanced diet. So focus on getting balance instead of junk and then superfoods. You know what I mean? Also, superfood is kind of a marketing term. Now I'm just going to add about a half cup of water. Just reusing a container here. Very high class operation in the Kemp household of me and Alice. Alright, I'm going to pop the top on and blend. Okay, so I'm just going to scrape the sides down and then blend it on high. I was blending on low just to get it started. And again. Okay, that is a whole lot of smoothie right there. Yep, there's a part that falls off every time. I overuse this thing. So, smoothie bowl is just not big enough, so I'm gonna make a smoothie bucket. Here's a reusable container, because this is dinner, yo, okay? High volume, low calorie dense foods, you gotta eat high volume, and I am actually all about that. Because if I can eat more, heck yeah, I'm gonna eat more. That is good news. More of a low calorie dense food rather than, or as opposed to a low quantity of foods with a high calorie density. I just prefer eating this way because I love eating, so if I can do more of it, praise Jesus. Yum! Now for the toppings. Okay, I'm running out of time here, so here it is, the final result. And Alice, who also just had her dinner. So, anyway, I really didn't know what to say after that. That was funny. Okay, so I have hemp seeds, goji berries, mulberries, a little shredded coconut, cacao nibs. Yeah, that's it. Okay, gotta go. Press for time. Talk to you later. Okay, you guys, I'm so tired. I've been talking to children for way too long. God bless the teachers out there. I don't know how you do it all day. And the mothers and all the people who do it longer than me. Wow, I am greasy. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go because can't be bothered to do anything right now, and I definitely don't need any more food right now, so that's a subjective. Some of you probably are gonna comment like, you don't eat enough, and like I said, I'm just figuring it all out. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you hanging with me today, and I will be back in the future with a more structured, I guess, what I eat in a day kind of thing, especially once I start dancing again. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, once I start dancing again, I will be on a more regulated eating pattern, I don't know, regimen, same schedule more or less. But anyway, so I'm gonna go, and if you did enjoy this, please subscribe, like this video, blah blah blah. You can follow me on Instagram at TwinTalksBallet, and please do check out my Patreon if you would like to consider becoming a supporter of this channel to help keep this going, keep the message of positivity and ballet enlightenment going. Anyway, I'm done. I'm being so weird. So anyway, also in regards to Patreon, I think I have something exciting in the works in regards to how I can give back to you guys who are supporting the channel and me financially, because I do appreciate it so much, and I want to work on giving you something more special than just updates every now and then, because yeah, that's just not enough. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace and blessings.